All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, with another coffee review. Today from Portland, Maine, we have Speckled Axe wood roasted coffee. This is the Ethiopia Arbegona, a wash heirloom, and it has notes of lemonade, stone fruits, and juicy. We'll see if that's true. A lot going on with the packaging here. I like it. Seems a little excessive, but you know, you gotta make it sell. I think they probably reuse this packaging for different types, but then put the label and the roast date, which this one is August 28th of 2025. So we'll just cut that there. Slide out the box. Oh, okay, I get it. It's just a bag inside of a box. This is probably all you need, but the box, you know, makes it nice. It's got a vacuum seal on here. We're gonna have to cut this with scissors, and then they give you the bag pull that you can put back on there. I'm just gonna use a knife so I don't get up and get the scissors. Smells really nice. It smells a little bourbony. All right, so we have a light roast. Not the lightest of roasts, but light medium. I mean, not light medium, but medium in the light category. Very consistent bean size, which is quite small. And a lot of the beans have kind of this split center where you can see more of like a green bean note to it. Smells like coffee with hints of a little bit of fruity sweetness and hints of wood. I don't think that's from the wood roasting. I think that's just the bean variety, but we're gonna weigh this up, start some water, and give this a taste. It's a pretty nice looking crema that's forming up on here. Look at that, so freshly roasted indeed. The first thing I'm noticing is sort of a green vegetable note that's like almost like a subtle hint of a celery. And then there's a fruitier caramel woody note. Very interesting. All right, we're gonna let this brew for a few minutes. Stick around to the end. We're gonna give this a score. Yeah, some subtle fruity and citrus notes on the nose. Maybe a little bit of wood and brown sugar, and I am getting that celery note. We're doing a Maine coffee. I got my Maine mug here, Frosty's Donuts from Brunswick, Maine. Pretty light on the body, a medium minus on the acidity. Pretty pleasant cup though. There's some natural sweetness, the citrus, some very light wood and some maybe plum, and that secondary, tertiary flavors is like the celery, vegetable note, green plant. I almost want to say cinnamon, but it's not quite that. I think if I were to brew this again, instead of 50 grams, I'd probably go for 55 or 60. I'd like a little more body to this. You know, you're getting some of the oiliness, but I want more. I want a little more punch. And that's why it's good to weigh out your coffee and know where it's at, because then you can make those incremental adjustments, because, you know, every harvest is different, every roasting level is different, you know, every variety is different. But overall, it's very clean, nice natural sweetness, nice fruitiness. Ooh, I can feel that citrus on the back and sides of my tongue. Overall, very good. We are gonna give this a score. One more sip. We're gonna give this a 9.2. Very good, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've had this or something similar. I find wood roasting coffee probably a challenge, getting that right temperature and being consistent with it, but the roasting on all the beans looked very consistent throughout the bag. This is what I'm left with. Now that I put the band on there, I don't need the box, I just wrote the name on here. And I'll be adding a few more grams to my next French press of this. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share, all that business if I didn't say that already. Even ring the bell, that's what they say. But most importantly, pray hope, don't worry.